Mic test, mic test. I hope things are working. I recently had to change my streaming setup to a recording setup, which required a few setting changes in OBS. Maybe it'd be better if I had those in different scenes. I'm not sure, but otherwise, this is it. Let's see. It's been a while since I last, wrote. I think it's been a couple days, a few days. I'm not too sure. I'm a bit tired right now, so I'm not sure how much I can write. I thought it might have been good to just take a moment to like review all this. I'm not sure, or I can just add on. I'm not sure what I'll do, honestly. But maybe just taking a moment to assess the situation would be useful. Water's always nice. Now, I had a really fun and interesting novel experience, for me at least. I'm sure other people are more like used to it, but I'm someone who's it's weird. I have a strange relationship with animals, because when I was like younger, was the kind of person who'd be like, I'd run away from dogs, and then the dogs would chase me. So I didn't have the greatest relationship with animals back then. My cousins had a bird. They gave that bird a really interesting name. I won't say it, but that bird would like fly at me, and then I'd be like scared and try to like run away. And also recently, they also have like a cat, and I like tried to approach the cat, and then the cat kind of ran away and then got trapped behind a bunch of cupboards and dust and wouldn't leave until I left the buildings. So that was a bit of like a awkward situation. Oh well. But in any case, what I wanted to say is I did go to a pet store today. Like my first ever pet store. I mean, actually no, I've been to PetSmart before. The PetSmart, I don't know if it's like the best place, considering they had like they had pet. I don't know if I did mention it before. The PetSmart has these like fishes, these very colorful fishes. Like each of them are in like a very small cup, like a one of those like disposable. Well, not disposable, but I mean like about the size of like a disposable cup. You could probably get like, I don't know, McDonald's, and they're flashing like a really bright light on all these fishes, and it just doesn't look that healthy. But I went to a reptile store today. And I got my first experience of. Well, I mean, the first thing I did was end up talking with the store owner. I mean, I don't know if they're the store owner, but whoever was there, we spent a lot of time just sitting on the floor talking about tarantulas and them pulling out tarantulas. But anyway, let's look around, and I had like a snake crawl in my hand, and then like a gecko, and then some other creature that might be a lizard. I'm not sure, but it's like very like I felt okay. The word I felt touched, not that touched. Why did I use that word? It was a good experience. Let's just leave it at that. So yeah, I'm not thinking of getting a tarantula anymore, and that's partially because like I was so excited to have like one of the like animals, or no, reptiles crawl on me, and I don't think I can really do that with a tarantula, because they have like these irritating hairs that may or may not cause an allergic reaction, and I have a skin condition. I don't want to give specifics, but I don't think it'd be healthy for that. So I'm thinking like, I don't know, maybe like a snake or a gecko would be like very cool. I'll have to do my research though. I think snakes are a bit more beginner friendly, but it's something about storing mice to feed the snake might be a bit of a turn off. Yeah. But I'm really excited. I got my pamphlets to do a bit of research. What do we have here? I could So I asked for like what would be good beginner species, and I got referred to. So I have like pamphlets for like a corn snake, a king snake, and a leopard gecko. So I'll see what I end up considering. I'm surprised at like how affordable cheaper than things are what I expected them to be, as well as the food. Although I do have to consider like travel time, because it's not just about purchasing food. I also have to travel to get the food, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to meeting my new best friend, new best second friend. It's debatable whether or not I'm not sure if these creatures can actually feel like love or attachment. I'm not saying that's what I want, but I would totally love my baby to death, and death be upon anyone who harms my baby. Okay, sorry. Death threats aside, time to get back to the writing. So, right, either I continue to write, or I take a moment to just step back, see what I have. It's been a while. This has been going on for a couple months. Plus, my directions has changed, and I'm not sure if I want to end the chapter here or not. It'd be ending on a pretty small note, though, and most of the next chapter then would just be like a talk between Alpha and Multi. Normally, what I do is I open up like Microsoft Clipchamp. I copy paste the text in here just so I can use the text to speech in Microsoft Clipchamp just to see what my story here sounds like. It's actually a good way of like I feel like catching like grammar issues or like seeing like what it sounds like. Because the way I read it's gonna be different from like what like an AI reads it. Although I'm not sure if text to speech is AI. Maybe it is. I guess I might as well try reading what I have. Oh, I'm so excited. I also got to see some horses today, and then I plan to go like a farm in the future, which I could feed rabbits, and I like you can't feed rabbits like carrots because that makes them drunk, and I read that's not actually true, but maybe they're just afraid of like how energetic the rabbits would be with carrots, but you can feed them carrot tops. I probably wouldn't feed them carrot tops though. I'd probably give them like celery and then like bell peppers, but you have to deseed the bell peppers, and then I just cut them up into sticks, and then like I'd be like their secret dealer, you know, like I'd be there, and then like hey, and then they swarm me, and then sorry, I gotta be more mature. I'm a serious person. I'm a very I'm a very serious person. Sorry, I'm so blitzed right now. I mean, not blitzed because I'm not an alcoholic. I've never drank alcohol in my life. I just mean like I'm just feel very energetic talking about reptiles. Let's just leave it at that. I also saw a frog and a turtle. Anyways, I just think it would be interesting. Like if I got like a reptile, I could set up like a I don't think I'm in a position to set up. But like if I ever end up in like a if the certain problems didn't exist, I might consider doing like setting up a camera on my new buddy and just seeing like how they act like over time. Just like, and then I don't think operating a live cam is reasonable for me. I have been watching like live cams like deers or like deers and like what was it? Deers and like raccoons. Not everyone likes raccoons though, but I mean like I think they're cool. My only encounter, I've only really met one raccoon before, and it's like the only reason, I haven't seen them in a very long time anymore, but like basically one day I was like outside my house and like how do I say this? Basically, there's these blackbirds, and you can call them crows. And like, I don't know why the crows keep showing up near my house at the time that this thing may or may not have happened. But there were these blackbirds that were on the street lamps, and they may or may not be looking at me. And I may or may not just do something with my hands and leave something on the ground, and they may or may not pick those things up. But I mean, things just happen to fall around me that the birds pick up, and they seem to follow me around sometimes. And and basically, the crows were cawing, and I don't know why. I didn't know why they were what they were cawing at, but I noticed like a cat walk out of the bushes, like a cat, and following that cat was a raccoon. That's one raccoon encounter I remember. Another raccoon encounter I remember is when the raccoon approached me. I was kind of scared. I ended up dropping a cookie from my hand. The cookie was in like a plastic wrapper. And I was so surprised to see the raccoon take the cookie out of the wrapper. Now, that was not intentional for me to give the raccoon a cookie. I think I was kind of scared at the time. Which is really kind of ironic. Like, what makes people scared of like certain creatures and others? Like, for me, like I can understand the people being afraid of tarantulas, because I mean I was definitely like afraid of tarantulas like probably a year ago. It looks so different from us, like hairy and creepy with all those legs and the eyes and such. But like they're so small and like they're not really a threat to us. When I think about I saw a horse today, and horses are big, and horses are heavy. And horses have these really like swinging legs that just go like I mean, I'm just like thinking like horses, and horses scare me, not coyotes, because I've seen coyotes on I've seen coyotes somewhere, but it's just like I'm scared of horses, not tarantulas, not snakes. I mean, you think about it, like, horses have been used in medieval combat and, like, history and such, and, like, wars and such, but, like, have you ever heard of anyone using, like, snakes to attack? I don't know, that conversation is important. The point is, it's interesting to see, like, what we're scared of compared to other things. And I think that thing is interesting. And interesting. Am I gonna spend all this time talking rather than writing? Maybe. Oh, Happy New Year! Happy New Year, yes. Oh, I am meeting with my friend tomorrow. We're gonna play like a little detective game. I got this, I mean, it's not a little game, it's actually my favorite board game. I won't say the title, but like it's, I'm gonna basically kind of be like the dungeon master in that game, and like basically just laugh at him when he fails to solve the case. Anyways, let's get started. After walking for some time, they arrived at a small hill. The sun fell on grass that swayed in the breeze. Creatures that looked like orange balls, roughly the size of melons, rolled around in the fields. Each of them had a menacing expression with sharp teeth and white eyes. Are those monsters? They look kind of scary. Those are balloons, and they are hardly impressive. Being near the capital, there aren't any monsters that could pose a threat to people. It would be another question if we found one of the kings leading their swarm, but there shouldn't be any... But there's swarm or swarms? But there shouldn't be any here, assuming the knights did their job. So they were hardly a threat? That was good to know, although upon closer inspection, they're almost cute. Malty frowned. Were you expecting something more difficult? You're level 1. I'm not going to take the risk that something bad happens by leading you somewhere more dangerous. And trust me, I'd be very worried if you weren't able to handle yourself here. I'll be fine, Malphemy said, raising his fists. Why do I keep stuttering? He may not have had any other weapons, but at least his shield was considered legendary. That had to count for something, right? System. Do you know what the party system is? Malty asked. Yeah, Itsuki told me. Itsuki, that's the bow hero, right? Mm-hmm. He seemed pretty eager to help. I got a lot of water in my mouth. Maybe I should just read this silently. After his discussion with the other guys, HK pulled him aside. At first they talked about Malremark, but that quickly led to exchanging video games and interests. What guys probably talk about. It was a fun conversation, however Itsuki seemed a little desperate for attention, which made Naofumi a bit concerned for the younger boy. Regardless, the party system functioned like any other video game. Within a certain range, you can monitor the status of others and share experience. Great, I'm sending you an invitation. You are free to deny it if you'd rather keep any experience to yourself, but in the interest of your safety, I think it's better you stick with me. I'll stay with you, Naofumi said, opening his status and accepting their invitation. I can't read properly, sorry, I'm just gonna read this silently. That's why then, it was much higher than mine. Expecting something different? Sorry. Around the back then. Do you think it'll be a problem being level 1? It should be fine, Monty said after a pause. Despite your level, you should be able to kill balloons, although it might take a bit longer if all you have is a shield. Do you have a plan? Do we have a plan? More likely. Do you have a plan? Do we need a plan? Monty raised an eyebrow. It's just, I'm not really sure what to do. Should I charge directly, or should I just focus on picking them off one by one? They're just balloons. You're a cardinal hero. Stop overthinking it. Naofumi hesitated. Eager as he was to begin his journey, he still had no clue how to fight with only a shield. Would it help if I actually provided a demonstration? Monty sighed. That would be useful. Thanks. Naofumi nodded. Fine. She stepped forward. The few monsters that noticed bounced toward her. Monty rested a hand on her sword, waiting. Then in an instant she swung. Her blade sliced through the monsters, each bursting with a sharp pop. She swung again and more disappeared. A large herd gathered, drawn by the noise. Monty raised her hand and the wind grew stronger around her before erupting into a single violent gust. Struck with the force of a hammer, wherever they landed, the monsters exploded. "What's that magic?" Exclamation mark. Yeah, Monty breathed. The remains of balloons were left scattered in the field. That was amazing! That was only you know what? Sure, I am amazing. So amazing, in fact, that I think it's your turn to prove your worth as a cardinal hero. Go in there and do your job, shield hero. Well, it looked like that was the end of her help. That was fine. If these monsters really were balloons, then it shouldn't be too hard to stop them. He stepped into the grass as one creature. In a moment, he hesitated. Was it really any different from a wild animal? They were dangerous, sure, but most of them were just trying to live their own lives. The balloon answered that question with a scream. Somewhere between a loud growl and a quiet squeak, before hurling itself at him, jaws snapping. Never mind. Naofumi raised his shield. The creature hit and bounced off like a soccer ball, tumbling through the grass. Before it could recover, Naofumi lunged forward and struck with the edge of his shield, knocking it back. Naofumi grinned. The balloon did not pop. It shook itself, and then bounded toward him, howling with squeaky fury. I have no idea what that sounds like. Naofumi frowned. Was there something wrong with his shield? Aside from its light weight, it looked and felt like a big piece of metal. There was no reason why that hit shouldn't have done something. Okay, new plan. Naofumi clenched his fist and swung. The balloon went flying again. And again, it stood up, teeth bared. His smile vanished. Come on, you stupid. This time Naofumi didn't wait. He charged, fists and shield flying. I'd like to say shield, but there's only one shield. Blows rained down, shield strikes, punches, but the balloon only growled and squeaked in protest, refusing to budge. Naofumi heard a choking sound behind him. He turned just in time to see Multi apparently dying on her own spit. Her expression was priceless, eyes wide, face twisted, as she stared directly at him. Directly. I don't need that word. Multi? She did not respond. Instead, the princess turned slowly and fixed her gaze on the sun. I'd like to emphasize more wordiness here. Princess turned and fixed her gaze on the sun, as though nothing happening here concerned her in the slightest. I could go into the comedy of her turning slowly, like very slowly, until her eyes fixed on the sun, and then something about burning her retinas, but or I could go just quicker about like nothing happening here concerned her in the slightest. I do want a lot of emphasis here though. Turn slowly, very slowly, until her gaze. I don't know if this gets across what I'm trying to do, but turn slowly, very slowly, until her gaze was directly fixed to the sun. She stared as if her eyes. As if nothing. Malcolm barely had time to process this before he felt something off about his hand. He looked down. The balloon had bitten him. Ah! Malcolm flailed, quickly shaking his arm. It took him a moment to realize he barely felt anything. No pain, no damage, just the odd weight of tight rubber trying very hard to make an incision. He glared down at the balloon glared back. Its stare never wavered as it poked, squeezed, punched, and kicked into her with growing desperation. Come on, die already. Somehow, the balloon finally exploded. Naofumi was still mid-swing when he stumbled, nearly falling over before he realized what happened. Finally, for all that time he had actually done it. The rush of victory hit him all at once, and he began breathing heavily as he stared at the remains in his hand. He took a moment to bask in this achievement, then he looked at the field. Looked across the field is more natural. That single kill felt hollow compared to the dozens of balloons Malty left scattered. Hey Malty, how did I do? Naofumi asked. Malty? She sat on the grass with her head cradled in her hands, rocking back and forth as she muttered something about comparing this. Comparing his strength to that of a dull pebble? Don't talk to me, Malty cried, seemingly lost in her own world. Not here! No one is gone! Go away. I'm Malty, I'm right here. Gosh, she flinched, looking at him like he was the very devil before stumbling back. Malty, quite sure to respond to her own behavior. Look, he scratched the back of his head. I'll come back when you're ready to talk. Does that help? Right. Naofumi gave one more hesitant look before heading back toward the balloons. I wonder why he used the shield. I love this last part connects that well. But I kind of just want to publish it, even if it's not perfect, but I'll go insane trying to make it perfect. He needs to comment on ignoring what Monty said earlier. And it needs to have that. I don't mind ending the chapter here though. It feels like a good length for me. 1800 words feels like a good length, even if my recent chapters have been at least like 2000 words. I know that logically it might make sense to extend this more, but right now, at least for me as a writer, I feel like just publishing this. Let me think. It should be fine. It should be fine. Here, let me focus on timing up a couple parts. Let me see. Where do I need Tim to react to Multi. And I should probably go for at least a couple light revisions. Let's be explicit. Does he need to react to her? Maybe, I guess this statement makes it easier. Oh, even if... Or maybe I should just publish it regardless. I feel like I'm ready to publish it, even if it's not ready. I don't like Wednesday Reader. Bit too snarky. I don't need protection, but bit too Just save it. What did I say? Chasing. Just focus. Guess I'm trying to adapt this to be the end of the chapter. But I try to end on a bit of meaning, though meaning is not a requirement, if I say. I've been struck by lightning. I've been struck by lightning. Oh my. Ah. No, 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 no. Oh shoot, I closed all my documents. Okay. Oh, I'm getting a bit tight. Do a bit of stretches. Yeah. Something. Maybe he can. Saying so. The gap between them was was Confidence, that. It's just your confidence. Gap between them. Kingdoms. Power. And then what? Maybe he could. I think I'm getting closer to alternating revisions on this. It's just confidence. It's just confidence that he noticed. What is another word? Trying to... Confidence. How to rephrase. Confidence, but the gap between them. Evidence that he noticed. Or... he can't do... What does someone... What could he actually do? Experiences, well then. Could be fixed, language could be better, but it gets across what I'm trying to say. Let's start alternating revisions. Okay. Might be a bit repetitive here, considering it follows the idea of the last section. I don't need to end the comedic modes, but I'm gonna try how I want to phrase it. Could use a bit more here. Let's see. Why? No, it's a wind spell she used, not magic. Magic. I think that gives a nice picture. How do I try phrasing this on my own, or do I try relying on something else? Let me see. I think that Alright, we're nearing the end. Okay. I think I can be somewhat decent with this. I think I'm ready to call it there. I believe next time then, when I come back, I think I'm not sure if I'll do this on stream, but I will. And the next time I work on this, just go give all of it like a read over, do some very light touches, and then I think I'll publish it. And I'll see if people still remember my little story wherever I published it. But it was good having this moment. It's very good. Sorry if my dialogue gets a bit like lesser than. Oh well. I'm reaching my limit, so Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Good Easter, Valentine's Day, but I don't participate in Valentine's Day. Although maybe I will participate in Valentine's Day if I had like a snake or a gecko and I could get them like something like cute for like Valentine's, just an excuse to celebrate. Anyways, Merry Christmas, and yeah, you get it. Anyways, have a wonderful day. Peace!